Yo, what's up? This is Mr. Controversy here live on Sports Battlegrounds, representing the 3-point conversion presents making the cut. Shout out to my man, Big TJ, my partner in crime, Sports Battleground. And today I want to give my NFL diary. Today, my NFL diary, we're talking about the NFL Week 1. And I want to talk about the most disappointing teams of Week 1. Teams like New England Patriots, teams like Kansas City Chiefs, even though they won, Philadelphia Eagles, my Chicago Bears. My Chicago Bears. What upset me the most about the Chicago Bears was we dominated that game. Offensively, we drove down the field. Methodically drove down the field. They couldn't stop us. But we stopped ourselves. One interception Jay threw where him and Bennett weren't on the same page. Then the fumble by Marshall. Then the interception again by Cutler, the ill-advised interception, on a way of trying to take the lead when it was, I think, tied 17-17 at the time. So we gave them 3 turnovers, which they had a short field and scored 13 points off the turnover. And the score was 23-20. So we could have easily blew them out. But again, I'm disappointed in Chicago. Also disappointed in Dallas. I mean, man, they look horrible. I mean, Tony Romo, I understand that you don't have that much help, especially on defense. Y'all defense sucks. But you don't have to try to win the game all by yourself. You got DeMarco Murray, especially when he's healthy. Thank God he was healthy, because when he's healthy, he's going to ball out. I mean, he was killing 49ers. You got Dez. I know Dez got a little banged up. But, man, you making throws like it was your first year in college. What are you doing? So I was definitely disappointed with the Dallas Cowboys. Now, let's get to my counterfeit teams. And when I say counterfeit teams, I'm talking about teams that look good, but when you really look at them, nah, I'm not believing them. So the first team, Detroit Lions. As my man Big TJ already talked about, go check it out on his NFL diary. Man, Detroit, you would have thought they were the top team in the NFL, like they was like they won the Super Bowl last year. I mean, they look good. But why did they look good? Because they were playing the New York Football Giants, who's struggling, trying to get their offense together. To me, they just don't seem like a team. It's like they got that team together last month and just said, all right, man, we're running tryouts, and if you make the team, you're on the team. That's how bad they look. But yet still, Detroit. I mean, you look at that last play with that first touchdown play with Calvin Johnson, and no doubt, I mean, it was a 67-yard play, pass play or a touchdown play, but at the same time, the play with Matthew Stafford prolonged the play by running out the pocket, and Calvin was guarded pretty nicely until when the play broke down, he lost sight of Calvin, and then he threw the pass to a wide open Calvin Johnson. I mean, anybody could have made that pass. So, not hating on Calvin Johnson, because he's one of the best, if not the best. But all I'm saying is, it was times where Detroit could have scored. They had the short field. They had the ball at the goal line. I mean, numerous times, and only came away with a field goal. Sometimes they didn't even gain the yard. So I think because of who they were playing, made them look that good, but I think the jury's still out on them. San Francisco 49ers. I mean, didn't they look like they were a dominant team? Looking like they were looking like they were ready to dethrone the Seattle Seahawks. But again, you're playing Dallas, and Dallas just giving you the ball. Tony Romo, they fumbling, throwing interceptions, and you're getting the short field, running touchdowns back. I mean, interception back for touchdown, but you scored 28 points in the first half. But what do you do in the second half? Nothing. as Chris Rock said, not a dang thing, you know. But anyway, still, I mean, man, you all look like the preseason 49ers. You couldn't continue a drive in the second half. So yeah, they looked dominant in the first half, but again, look who they were playing. Hey, the jury's still out on them. My counterfeit teams. Now, I'm also proud of the Tennessee Titans, the way they went into I don't know if I think they were in Kansas City. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. You go check it out. But I think they were in Kansas City. But whether they were in Kansas City or Tennessee, they beat Kansas City Chiefs like they stole something. Even Jacksonville Jaguars, the way they came up and they played Philadelphia Eagles, they came up with a 17 zip lead. You know, in the first half, I thought that was big. It showed character with them, and like I always say, you know, they gave heart, and I always say that you can give 100% heart, and that will keep you competitive. But if you don't have the skill or the experience, you're always going to lose. But still, I give them props. But now I want to talk about how teams ran the ball and pounded the ball Sunday. I'm talking about teams like Houston, Tennessee, even though they threw a lot, but Tennessee, um, Buffalo Bills, of course, Seattle Seahawks. You know, teams was pounding the rock. Even Dallas was pounding the rock on the San Francisco 49ers. Man, so it kind of took you back to the 1980s, you know, mid 1980s. Even Miami, look how they beat up on New England. They ran the ball. I mean, it was beautiful to see. Man, it just reminded you of the old football days. You know, the days with John Riggins, the days where you know every yard was it was they worked for the yards. You know what I'm saying? It was pound the ground. Like a 3 yard run wasn't considered he's horrible. A 3 yard run was a tough 3 yard run, which was going to tire out the defense. And by the fourth quarter, those 3 yard runs are going to turn into 15 and 28 yard runs. You know, so it was good to see that back in the NFL instead of watching the flag football, like I call it, because you can't touch the receivers nowadays. You can't tackle them. So, I mean, you can't touch the quarterback, you know. So, but again, like I said, it was an interesting week in the NFL. The Ray Rice versus the NFL situation. I'm just going to do what the NFL should have done and not not concede to the public and not give in to the public, but wait till everything pans out and then make my decision. So we'll leave it at that. Once again, it's Mr. Controversy from the 3 Point Conversion Presents Making the Cut here on my NFL Diary on Sports Battleground. Big TJ, I see you, baby. All right, I'll holler at y'all. Till next time, I'm out.